When I was in school, I knew how to solve a quadratic equation, but I didn't know how to solve a broken heart. I memorized the Pythagorean theorem, but no one taught me how to deal with failure when the world says I'm not good enough. They gave me grades for punctuality, handwriting, and projects. But life? Life graded me on patience, pain, and perseverance. Pause. Shift tone to intense curiosity. Have you ever wondered why we were never taught how to deal with loneliness? Or how to bounce back after betrayal? Why no one prepared us for job rejections, for toxic relationships, for the mental chaos of growing up? Because school gave us subjects. But life gave us substance. And today I want to tell you a story, not from a textbook, but from the pages of real life. When I graduated, I thought I was ready for the world. I had a degree, a resume, and the confidence of someone who scored well in exams. But no one warned me that interviews don't always care about your GPA, that rejections don't come with feedback, that sometimes you won't even get a reply. That was my first real lesson. Your marks don't define your worth, but your response to failure does. I remember walking out of my third job interview, rejected again. My tie was perfect, my English fluent, and my answers rehearsed. But something was missing: authenticity, confidence, self-awareness. I wasn't taught how to sell myself without sounding desperate. I wasn't taught how to accept a no without questioning my existence. So life taught me. Then came friendships. In school, they said, friends are forever. They never told me people change. Priorities shift. Silence grows louder than words. My best friend, the one who promised to stand by me forever, disappeared when I had nothing to offer. That day, I didn't lose a friend. I lost an illusion. Lesson 2. Everyone's role in your life comes with an expiry date. Some teach you loyalty, some teach you loss. This wasn't in the syllabus. How to manage money, how to survive with Rs 300 in your account, how to sleep hungry but still wake up hopeful. I thought adulthood meant freedom, but it meant responsibility, uncertainty, and hustle. And no one told me that the world doesn't owe me success just because I worked hard. Lesson 3. Hard work is important, but direction, mindset, and emotional resilience, that's the real syllabus of success. One night, I was scrolling through social media. Everyone was winning, traveling, launching startups, getting married, buying houses. And there I was, struggling to even get out of bed. Comparison was killing me. No teacher had warned me how dangerous this trap is. They never taught me how to clap for others while still believing in my turn. Lesson 4. Everyone's clock is set differently. You're not late, you're just not on their timeline. Then came heartbreak. Not the teenage heartbreak where you cry over missed texts, but the kind, wow. I met people who were successful on the outside, but shattered within. People who had jobs, money, partners, but no peace. And it hit me. We were never taught to define success for ourselves. School gave us ranks, society gave us milestones, Instagram gave us pressure. But no one ever told us that your peace of mind is more important than someone else's applause. Lesson 7. Success that costs you your sleep, soul, or sanity is not success. It's sacrifice. Let me tell you about a moment I never forgot. It was raining heavily. I had missed a deadline, lost a client. My bank account was low, my confidence even lower. And in the middle of that chaos, I saw a street vendor, laughing, drenched, selling tea. humming an old song. He had nothing fancy, but something I didn't: lightness, peace, gratitude. In school, we were told to chase more marks, more achievements, more income. But life whispered to me softly that day, more is not the answer. Sometimes enough is. Another lesson: healing takes time. We were taught how to cure physical wounds: Dettol, bandage, rest. But who teaches us how to treat emotional scars? The ones no one sees. The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the silent disappointments, the sleepless nights, the inner battles. Healing isn't linear. Some days you feel powerful, other days you're shattered over an old memory, and that's okay. Lesson 8. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. I once revisited my childhood diary, so full of dreams, wild goals, no fear. That version of me was fearless, imaginative, and unstoppable. And somewhere along the way, I stopped being her because life happened and I adapted to the pressure, the fear, the comparisons. But here's the truth: life finally screamed at me. You don't lose your old self. You bury her beneath fear, and it's your job to dig her out again. Lesson 9. Growth doesn't mean becoming someone new. It means returning to who you were before the world told you who to be. Now, when someone asks me where I studied, I smile. Because my degrees didn't come from institutions alone. They came from breakdowns, breakthroughs, and battles I fought silently. I got certified in resilience from rejections, courage from heartbreaks, mindfulness from sleepless nights, faith from failures, and hope from rock bottom. And maybe you did too. So if no one claps for you today, let me remind you, you've come a long way. You've survived lessons you were never prepared for. And you're still here, still learning, still growing. Not from books, but from life itself, the most honest teacher of all. And while school may have ended years ago, this life class, never really ends. But don't worry, we're in it together. And next time, we'll talk about the lessons we learned too late, but just in time to become who we were meant to be.